This episode is a compilation of the history of the community of Altadena, California. Join with me today as I remember just a few months ago, I was walking through and admiring the majesty of the Eaton Canyon and enjoying the community that dwelled at the bottom of the waterfall. It was such a beautiful experience, and it gives me great joy to bring this memory and to share this memory with you in honor of the families who have lost their homes in Altadena.
Hey y'all, out here getting our hike on today, having a good time on these parks. Y'all better check my back, right? Check my back. Make sure I'm safe out here in these woods. My girl got me out here hiking up on an early morning. Child, rattlesnake and all, bit a dog. It's a lot going on in these woods, okay? I'm a city girl, okay? We exercise, but we city girls. Bye, y'all.
For many around the world, the story of Altadena is vastly unknown, yet its history is rich. You see, Altadena was one of the first communities in California that was not affected by the redlining, in which Black families were able to purchase homes. Black families, in fact, who migrated from the West in the 1960s to the 1970s, purchased homes where they could not purchase elsewhere.
Every single video. This reminds me of hiking at home. Oh my gosh, it's so worth it.
It is said that in that decade alone, Black home ownership increased drastically from 4% to 27%. Don't forget to stick around. Towards the end of this episode, you will get to meet some of those families in Altadena. And don't forget to check out our description where you will find ways in which you can help them.
Oh my gosh, look at how pretty it is. It's so good to get out and get your hike on, get your sun on. It's a beautiful day. I am so happy we came out this morning. Listen, about that fit life, about that healthy living, about that healthy bump club living. Get your girl, get your girl. See y'all.
Eaton Canyon lies nestled in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains, just a short drive from the downtown area of Los Angeles. And most of the 190 acres that presently make up the Eaton Canyon natural area lie on the northern boundaries of the old San Pasqual and Santa Anita ranches on county-designated Southern Pacific Railroad land. Did you know that in 1993, fire ravaged much of Eaton Canyon and the surrounding area? It was stated just a couple of years ago that over 80% of Black residents in Altadena owned their homes. You see, these homes were multi-generational, passed down from one generation to another. It is one of the few neighborhoods in California that remain with a significantly high portion of Black home owners. Yet ownership include well-known creatives and leaders from Octavia Butler to Sidney Poitier. Altadena was one of the first communities to desegregate schools, ahead of other communities by up to 10 years. Today, Altadena has been devastated, with thousands of acres destroyed and over 7,000 structures demolished. This threatens the ongoing Black ownership of the community.
I definitely think being out in nature stimulates a position of gratitude. Like, it just really postures your heart to be gracious and to be inspired and to marvel at God's creation. This is beautiful. So beautiful. I'm always in awe, in complete awe. You got it? You know what?
No, then the
You ready? Huh? Oh. I mean, you might as well walk in the water because the rocks are slippery. Is it worth it to go on these rocks? This is about balance and agility. This is your Pilates. This is your yoga. That is your Paul trying to balance a pose. Oh, well. At this point, I might as well walk right through.
a lot of them. A lot of them. And the point is like how you keep them in the water next to
Oh, I got it. Thank you. You might as well get in the water. Be adventurous. Oh, Lord. Now this water's going to weigh down my shoes. Ooh.
Yeah, not for a while. I only get two weeks of PTO, so I can't really tell about much with that.
Child. At a certain point, you just got to get in the water. Ain't that a metaphor for life? At a certain point, you just got to get in the water and know that you could cross. Don't be afraid of the water, y'all. Get in them waters. Get in them deep waters. You got this.
Do you know the name John Brown? Many people do not, but he is instrumental to our history. John Brown, you see, was an abolitionist who started a revolt against slave owners. He died as a result of that revolt. However, his son, Owen Brown, who was also part of the raid, escaped.
I finally made it, y'all, but I truly gave it my all today. Literally. Okay? Oh my gosh, I can't believe we made it. This is worth it. Look at that waterfall. Should I go dip in it? What do you think I do? Black City girl, am I about to dip in this water? Let's find out.
And after escaping and living as a fugitive for 2 decades, in 1981, he joined his brother and sister Ruth in Pasadena, a community founded a few years earlier by Union supporters and those involved in the temperance movement. Owen Brown, along with his brother Jason Brown, established their home in the Altadena Hills. This became known as the Altadena Meadows, which was a location in which Union soldiers and the former enslaved would meet. Ultimately, this became one of the first diverse neighborhoods in Southern California, leading the way to what we now know as the historical Altadena neighborhood.
Hey you guys, so it's Dr. G signing out from Healthy Bump Club. We thank you guys for joining us today. We hope you had a great time traveling with us. This is Dr. G, the hand behind the handle of Healthy Bump Club right here on YouTube, and the hand behind the handle of Healthy Bump Club on Instagram. And don't forget, we're also on Fanbase. We thank you guys for joining us today. We hope to see you guys when next episode. We out, y'all. Bye.
You've got 3 generations of, and we are Daniels, Franklin, Hughes, and we have an element that's not here, Freeney.
Between these families, 7 homes were destroyed.
There's generational wealth that is in question now.
One that is still standing is the home Shelley Daniels and her husband Paul purchased for about $16,000 in 1960.
At that time, it was pretty difficult as a black person to get past Woodbury, really.
Shelley and Paul were engaged in racial justice efforts with organizations like the NAACP and Women in Action.
We organized in order to get a black member on the city council.
Shelley's granddaughter, Jamaica Hughes, lived in one of the family homes that was destroyed.
I've raised my kids here. Their friends are reaching out. I've had friends reach out to me literally from junior high school.
Hughes is determined to return and rebuild, a wish her 93-year-old grandmother echoes.
I would hope for Altadena to rebuild. I don't think I'll be here to see Altadena rebuild, but I do hope that Altadena rebuilds because it's a wonderful place.
So our family was affected by the Eaton fires, and right now we are currently displaced. Very grateful that we do have a home to be able to go to. There is a woman by the name of Edna Allen that lost her home in Altadena. On top of it being her home, it was also her livelihood, as she ran the only 24/7 daycare. Everybody calls her Granny. We trust our daughter with her as family. She has been in that home for about 48 years. The last 25, she's been operating this daycare and really just being a pillar inside of the community. I want to kind of call out her GoFundMe. At the time of the fire, she was actually out cleaning the home of one of her friends that had recently passed away. Because she wasn't inside of her home, she had just the clothes on her back and all of her belongings are gone. She also shared the home with her daughter and her granddaughter, who just had a 3-week-old baby, and they've currently been displaced.
We have our kids and mother-in-law in here, and we just go back and forth between the 2 rooms. So.
And it's been like this for how long now?
Since the 7th.
Since the 7th.
Since we evacuated. This is our daughter, Gianna.
Hi.
This is the new reality for the Taylor family.
I swear if we get this room, I will be beyond thrilled.
Stefan, Ariane, their 3 children, and their grandmother, Miss Peggy. 6 people sharing 2 hotel rooms.
The kids need a yard. They need a familiar space. They need a kitchen table or a room to go to and shut the door if they want to be by themselves for a little bit.
Oh no! Oh no!
With the Eaton Fire bearing down on their Altadena home, Ariane says they only had 20 minutes to pack and escape.
My heart dropped because I saw the flames and I said, honey, come here for a second. And he looked out the door and his whole demeanor changed. He was like, get 3 clothes, everyone get a watch, get this, get this.
What did you lose in the fire, Willie?
I lost my mom, ashes, sister ashes, pictures, all my sports accomplishments.
How did you become paraplegic?
I was fresh off work, going to the liquor store. I was craving an orange soda. The homeless man that I see every time I go to the store, he always asks me, can I give you something to drink? Which is no problem. Anybody from the Pasadena area, after they know, I will give you my last. It's 13 feet away from the entrance of the door. 8 shots go off, 5 of them hit me in the back. And today, they don't know who the shooter is.
How long ago was this?
Last year, the day after Thanksgiving. I forgot the neurosurgeon name. He was a black male. He comes in there, you're never gonna walk again.
And you were an athlete, right?
Yeah. Top 10 in state for running back. I got 2 awards for the mayor for outstanding player. We go to therapy every morning. Like, what got me the most in there was the Spanish girl that didn't even know English. Translator would tell me, like, oh, she said she prayed for you, and she said she had a dream that you were going to walk in. I'm just like, thank you.
This house has been in my kids' family for over 50 years. My daughter was able to find her tea set. It's broken. I'm a really big collector. She was able to find a couple of my pieces of my china, all of their dad's memories, all of his sister's memories. It's just gone. As far as you can see, it's all gone.
You wouldn't even recognize Altadena. It's like a war zone. The only thing you still see standing are the chimneys. Really, I've never seen anything like it.
We got the evacuation orders, so they left. I stayed back and tried to fight as long as I could. You know, I stayed until maybe 6 in the morning, but by that time the backyards had caught on fire. You know, the embers were flying, the winds were going 50 to 70 miles an hour, and it was unbearable. I finally had to leave.
My family dates back to 1915, coming to the Pasadena, Altadena area. And my parents moved up into the Altadena area about 1965. And they were actually the first African-American family to live on our street. The city was one of the first within the 60s to allow black families to move in, but also a large population of black families that owned their homes.
Where's Miva? What happened to Miva? I want to find her.
Family members say they have not heard from the 86-year-old mother and grandmother who immigrated to the U.S. from Costa Rica and has lived in the same Altadena home for 50 years. The large, close-knit family lives within blocks of each other. Her nephew, Victor Wheatley, went to see if his aunt was okay during the initial moments of the fire, never imagining flames would sweep through the community.
What was the last thing she said to you when you went to go check on her?
She was just so appreciative that we came and how much she loved us. And if I had known what I know now, I would have gotten her out the house.
Frantic relatives say they've been looking everywhere for Miva, even in the rubble where her house once stood.
You're just trying to find this person and you're seeing nothing. You're seeing a lot of ash, a lot of smoke, a lot of stuff, but no person.
We want to find her. Yeah. And there's a hopeful way, and then there's a way of reality, but we need to know.
Excuse me, miss? Hello, is this your home?
Huh?
Is this your home?
I can't hear you,
Oh.
You probably don't know. I can't believe it. This is my house. It's 2951. Oh my God. Really? It's really demolished.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's the address right there. That's the driveway. This is garage, my garage right there. The bicycle that was there.
What's your name?
Irene Nelson.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nina.
Yeah, I'm so glad to meet you.
I'm sorry about your home.
It's just a sad time.
How long have you lived in this home for?
1967.
Did you lose anything special in the fires?
I lost a lot of things. I had a lot of albums, pictures and photos of the children growing up, kitchen utensils, and I just don't. It's unbelievable.
What did this home mean to you?
It meant a lot to me. It was my life. It was where I came every day when I went to work. I had no place else to go. I had a lot of memorable things here. My oldest son, Norman.
My mother's strong, but she has her moments where she cries, I want to go home. I want to go back home. This is it.
Is insurance going to cover all this?
And we're calling them and they're not even answering the phone.
How does it feel to be back here?
I couldn't believe it. I didn't know I was here. They were rushing trying to get me out of there. I didn't want to leave. I didn't realize it was this serious. I thought I was coming back.
How many years has you guys been married?
It's going on 50.
50 years.
Yes.
What does 3507 North Marengo mean to you?
A lifetime of memories, family, and fun. Memories. Memories. A lot of memories. From early childhood to right now. Even now, it's a good memory. It's just not like we expected. But hey, it's all good, even if it looks bad right now.
No one deserves that, especially not my dad and brother. Out of my immediate family, I'm the only one left.
Anthony Mitchell was a family man.
The best way I can describe my dad was
funny and stubborn, but he loved us immensely. Like, he would have did anything for us.
His son Jordan lived with him and took care of his dad and older brother Justin, who had cerebral palsy.
My brother Justin was the happiest boy you've ever met in your life.
Jordan says he never left his family alone without a caretaker. But last Tuesday, he was not at home when the fire broke out because he was sick in the hospital. That left Mitchell on his own with Justin as the fire got closer. Mitchell was in a wheelchair after his leg was amputated a year ago.
That's my worst nightmare, that I wouldn't be home, I wouldn't be around them and something would happen and someone would get hurt.
Jordan says his dad called 911 right after the fire started, asking for help evacuating. Resources were stretched thin with dozens of evacuations taking place across this mountain community as the firestorm burned down homes miles away from where it started.
His last words were, "Help us." He was trying to get him and my brother out of here.
Anthony's sister Cassandra, who lives just a few miles away from here outside of the fire zone, told me that Anthony had called her at 6:02 a.m. Wednesday saying that they were still waiting for help to arrive. 20 minutes later, she got the news that their home had burned with them in it. Jordan says he is angry that no one could save the people he had vowed to protect.
What did you love and lose in the fire?
What did I lose? Everything but the clothes on my back. I lost all memories. You can't get the memories back, but everything's all right. I am a military veteran.
What did the Army teach you about life?
Tolerance. I had 5 sons. I have 2 surviving. What I was going to leave for them is gone.
How did your sons pass away?
Start with the first one. He passed away right after birth. Another one was freeway accident, and one was victim of homicide. Whatever happens, be strong, because time seems to moderate the wounds. It don't heal it, but it does moderate it.
What's your dream in life?
Oh my goodness, at 85? To make sure that everybody gets through this catastrophe on their feet.
If you could share a message with the world, what would it be?
Fire has no conscience, no parameters. It doesn't give a damn who or where you are. It's all consuming. And whatever you do, it's keep safe. Just be safe,